So this week's episode shows the consequences of Yang attacking Mercury unprovoked, at least in the eyes of the, you know, wide popularity, what they saw. However, we know that she didn't attack unprovoked. We know that it was Emerald that mind controlled her, or not mind controlled her, basically showed her a vision of him attacking her. So yeah, and the thing that happened was that she got disqualified from the tournament, and I can understand why she did it, even though it's sad because she didn't do anything wrong. She just defended herself, at least from what she thought. However, I can understand that. However, feel sad when you see that Ruby and Vice, they believe her. However, Blake doesn't believe her entirely, at least not to begin with, because she has apparently gone through the same thing with, I presume it's Adam, that he was kind of like very, very good person until Cinderfall most likely, shall I say, influenced him and caused him to go down the wrong road, which tore him and Yang apart. Not Yang, Blake, which is really sad. Really, really sad. However, she chooses to believe that Blake isn't, not Blake, Yang isn't crazy, that she actually did see Mercury attack her, and not just attacked him out of spite or something just because she was crazy. So yeah, we also find out that Yang's mother, even though she saved Yang once, Yang shouldn't expect her to be saved again. And what I mean with that is the ending of, I think, season 2, where Yang's mother Raven saves her. And that means that Raven, she likes her child, but she don't want to raise a weak child. So if Yang is to come into the same kind of problem again, she's gonna go down for that. She's gonna go down for that. However, she leaves Crow, which was the person that actually delivered this message to Yang when he came to visit, that he has a way for Yang to find her mother. So I wonder what will be with that. And also, we have Pyrrha, who is a little bit down because, yeah, before we actually talk about Pyrrha, let's talk about, oh man, what is the Asian guy called? Let me see if I have his name. We have Nora, man. The scene where she basically trains, that is almost, or I actually think that is more creepy than the umbrella scene in Another. And people who have seen Another knows what I mean. And then her boy Lee Rin, man, him in that cooking, basically that pink cooking outfit, man, and that stuff, man. Oh, that is dangerous. But back to Pyrrha, she actually is a bit down. Or she thinks if it is right for her to basically accept or take the chance of her maybe changing or something bad happening to her, if she is to take up Ember's power, because she's not sure if it's right for her to just be given the power. If she shouldn't, she thinks that she maybe should be working for it. So she's very much thinking about that in this episode, and it doesn't help that, shall I say, she kind of is conflicted, and even for Sean, he kind of tries to help her, and in turns because he tries to basically tell her that if she has a chance to, you know, go get the power to save the world or help the world, she should take it, which earns him basically yeah. Just think Tornado from One Punch Man if you've seen that. Basically, the same thing happens to Sean. However, of course, he isn't turned into a modern art like Gina's was. So yeah, he basically gets smashed up to a wall with a power that I didn't know Pyrrha had. I didn't know she had like telekinetic power, or at least the power to force push people. I didn't know that. So that is interesting. However, I wonder what will happen. Will Pyrrha take up the power of Amber and maybe risk losing herself? Or is she gonna turn it down and decide that she is not worthy of it? That is going to be really interesting. It's also interesting that we see a character, a fan created character called Velvet, the bunny girl. She actually has some really importance in this because she tells Ruby when she's talking with her, that Coco, her member, she thought that she saw her teammate in the forest with her, even thought he never made it out of the spring when Mercury and Emerald was fighting. So she thinks that Emerald and Emerald has something to do with this. And at the end of this episode, there's two really interesting things. One, Mercury and Ruby is about to have a fight, but Ruby doesn't have her scythe, which is a really big problem. And it seems like she's a bit surprised that she doesn't have it, so it could be that she's the second person that Emerald used her mind thingy on. Or it could be that she's maybe gonna do something to Penny or Pyrrha in the match that is coming in the next week's episode, which I'm really looking forward to. There's a lot of things coming up, and I must say, RWBY is going really dark. Really, really dark, man. I really wonder if we are gonna get some actual death in this episode, and I mean, not off-screen death. I mean, like real death, like maybe Amber dying or something. That is gonna be interesting. But with that said, have a good day, good night wherever you are, and I will see you later, guys. Cheers.